That are trending, the stories we have on our website, and also we'll look at the national dailies this morning. But we are going to take a short break just to get you prepared for what we have for you this beautiful Friday morning. When we come back from the short break, we'll go straight into what we have for you. Stay with us. Welcome back. So we are going to be doing the press review, just both of us. We are going to be reading out some of the headlines that we have on our national dailies and also, but we are starting with our website this morning. The first story we have on ABS website is Anambra State government to renovate, transform Onitsha Divisional Library to Smart Library. Anambra State government expands One Youth, Two Skills program to 47 skills. Awka South resident protests against sabotaging implementation of government policies. All right, these are the stories we have on our website this morning. Angelo.
It's a laudable one for Anambra State government to renovate, transform Onitsha Divisional Library to make it a smart library. And that's what the world is already evolving into these days, you understand? The library is a place where you go to acquire knowledge, not just where books are stacked, where you make researches and then get references to projects that you're writing or theses that you're writing. Sure. So getting Anambra State to think in this direction means the future, you understand, for Anambrians, you understand, kids in Anambra, both primary, secondary school, and even tertiary school students, I would say that the future is a lot brighter. And then
exactly, because if you notice that recently people don't visit the library again because in the palms of our hands we have our search engine where you can go and just do your research. But then if they make this place a smart library, it means that it's going to help our students a lot more. Because I know that one of the challenges we are facing right now is data to surf the internet on our own. So if this place will be turned into a smart library, it means that students can go there freely and make their research both on the internet, and if they still need to, use some books they will still do that. So this is a very huge one coming from the Anambra State government, and we applaud the governor of the state, Mr. Governor, in the person of Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, for this great innovation. All right, and then the second story we have there also is talking about Anambra State government expanding One Youth, Two Skills program to 47 skills.
Wow. Wow. I can imagine, you understand? 47 skills, well, that's already cutting across virtually every sphere of life here.
Exactly.
It's all about the initiative being grabbed, you understand, with both hands for the youth of this state to understand that now it's in their hands to be millionaires, sincerely speaking. Once you have the desire to put food on the table, when you have the desire to fend for yourself and then to fend for your family, Anambra State government, through the leadership of Professor Chukwuma Soludo, has made it enabling easier enough for you to just go choose a skill or two skills that you can do very well. Then the money is going to be provided for you in order to make sure that you don't fall back to zero. And that is the benefit of this skills acquisition program. Exactly. The fact that they will train you and empower you, and then you grow, and then they
keep monitoring you. It's not just about empowering you and leave you to yourself. They will keep monitoring you and to know if you are still going in line with, what you learned from the training and all that. And this is like a wake-up call to all youths in Anambra State to grab this opportunity with their both hands. Everyone in different local government, because it's cut across all the local governments in Anambra State. It's not just people in the urban areas. So all you need to do is just to go to your local government headquarters and ask about the skills and know how you can register, because this is a very huge opportunity for every youth in Anambra State, and we want everyone to be partaker of this particular thing that is happening in the states, because I keep wondering if all the youths in Anambra State get engaged, because most of the things that is happening, kidnapping and all this,
even drug abuse.
Yes.
Too,
that are happening in our society today, if youths are meaningfully engaged, I mean, they won't have time for all those restiveness and all that. So I think the youth should please take this great opportunity and then make sure that they go there and learn 1 or 2 skills. Before, the previous administration say 1 youth, 1 skill. But this one we are talking about, looking at 1 youth, 2 skills. So you can learn. Yes, yes. And also we call on parents and guardians to also encourage their children to go out and be partaker of this particular largesse coming from the state government.
Now, when you see what we have for you at the third story, Awka South residents protest against sabotaging implementation of government policies. So this is just say that, in a nutshell, this is the best time to be youth in Anambra State, because this is a government that is proactive towards the youth, because the youth is even the main engine that runs the economy. So if you can get a government thinking in the light of education in the installation of a smart library, and then you're not talking about the youth
skills, different skills.
And now you're talking about people protesting against the sabotaging of implementation of government policies.
Because they believe in this particular
government. They
believe in this particular administration, and they have seen all they are doing to better the lives of the Anambra. So why wouldn't you protest when we have some bad eggs in the society that feel that it's time for them to, you know, flout orders that is being given out or to destroy government properties? You see that there are people that really know that, I mean, this government, this administration is trying to make life better for the Anambra. So why would we sabotage them?
Of course. So it's really a kudos to the youth of Anambra State, especially Awka South, our residents, for this laudable, will I say, protest, peaceful protest for that matter. Because even in Nigeria, when we are having our own national issue, you have issues between the NLC and then the TUC not even coming to agree. This is on something that concerns everyone. But here in this state, in the capital, residents are protesting for the implementation of government policies.
Not old people,
but
the
youth.
All right, quickly, let's go to our first paper this morning under review.
Yeah, the first paper we have for review this morning happens to be Daily Sun, and the banner headline is screaming, "Food crisis, 30 billion to governors. You lied," Makinde tells Akpabio. Cautions Senate President against playing politics with Nigeria's dire situation. And then we have Edo Guba, Igadolo wins PDP primary. Senate passes Southeast Development Commission bill. ISWAP running parallel government with me, Niger LG chair. Enugu government raises the alarm over fake title documents, building approvals, illegal structures. Sanwo-Olu, governor of Lagos State, unveiled economic plans to ease pain in Lagos. Announces 25% slash in transport fares, reduced working days, food palliatives to 300,000 households. How to End Hardship by Afenifere, pleads with Labour, public against protests. Stop free float of Naira. You can find that on page 6 and page 27. Insecurity in Wike, Arase, Igare suggest solutions. Police in Lagos, Ogun begin joint patrol on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Hardship, stop clamor for coup, military wants. And the writer says, CDS vows armed forces will protect democracy. Obi fault manner of Abure's arrests. This and more you find on the front pages and in the Daily Sun newspaper this morning. Let's quickly talk about this 30 billion to governors. You lied, Makinde tells Akpabio.
I don't even know who to believe again. Akpabio said that they give governors 30 billion naira, you know, to cushion the effect of hardship on the citizens and the food crisis. Okay, now Makinde is saying that Akpabio lied. Well, so who are we to believe now?
Well, I think you rightly believe the governor, because subsequent papers said the same thing. They were all attacking Akpabio. Probably maybe Akpabio was the one that had the duplicate receipt of the 30 billion that was given. Maybe that was on the basis of which he was speaking. But for governors that were meant to be custodians or the recipients of this money, coming out to say that they didn't receive anything, I think that's to further, diminish, you understand, the credibility of this government. Because I don't understand why the Senate president, you understand, will come up and be telling governors that they received certain money, that
and
we should be having this.
In his place to say that, because you were not the person that disbursed the money. If somebody should say, I think the announcement should have come from the president
or the secretary to the federal government.
Yes, also, or the minister for finance, because they are the people that will disburse this money. Then coming from Senate president, or probably this is what they have in the pipeline. It hasn't been done already, and maybe he thought. I mean, Akpabio himself, he thought that they have disbursed the money to the governors. And then the governors, they are shouting.
Then he should have.
You've not given us anything. And the writer there is kind of funny. Caution Senate president against playing politics with Nigerians' dire situation.
Exactly. This is not the time to play politics. This is not the time for such gimmicks as let my people breathe. This is time for serious business. We should be thinking of ways to get our economy back, you understand, firing. Not too long ago, people will tell you that, people that are in their 60s, approaching 70s, will tell you that the speed at which this country degenerated and nosedived into this oblivion that we find ourselves in, it's just astonishing. How long does it take to make something go bad, irrespective of how long it takes to build? And Nigeria seems to be fantastic in going from bad to worse within the space of time.
Once something goes bad, you find it difficult to bring it back to normal.
Back to normal. You understand? You're even back to near normal. Everything seems to be getting out of hand. And you see our politicians just making a caricature of the sufferings of masses.
Just imagine where yesterday we were discussing the price of cement in the market. Just January this year, they sold it 6,000, 7,000 in the market, but now we are looking at 13,000 in the space of how many weeks? Because it's no longer months, weeks. And nobody is doing anything about it. And then you see people, you go to the market, before anyone will sell any food item to you, the seller will make a call.
I
will tell you,
I'm selling at a loss.
Maybe you bought it at a certain price day before yesterday, and you go to the market the next day, they will tell you that, no, it's no longer the price. And you go home. Because if you don't have enough money, you're not going to buy. So it's getting bad every day, and we really need the government to do something, and not somebody like the Senate President Akpabio to be coming and playing with, this situation. Probably to them, they are not suffering. They have enough in their coffers. They have enough to take care of themselves and take care of their families, and probably extended families. But then there are people that can't even boast of a meal in a day. And businesses are suffering on a daily basis, closing down, and they don't even have hope when or how to resuscitate it any longer. So the government should do something and not just play politics with what we are passing through in the country. So let's see what we have at the front page of the Daily Times this morning. We are still looking at the big story, the hardship. Makinde tackles Akpabio over federal government's 30 billion naira gift to states. And then stakeholders harp on securing schools to improve enrollment. Federal government TUC Pali as NLC insists on protest. Federal government committed to gas emission reduction in transport sector. Okay, we have up there military might alone. Okay, military might alone can't win anti-terrorism war. No going back on economic reforms, says Tinubu. Alleged 10 billion naira fraud, EFCC to arraign ex-Kwara governor Ahmed today. Okay, these are what we have on the front page of the Daily Times this morning. Military might alone can't win anti-terrorism war. Wow. Now, the question would be, what then do we still need to do to win this war against terrorism in our country? Because in as much as we are fighting, we are now talking about hardship, food crisis, and so many of them, we still talk about insecurity. We still talk about terrorism in our country. And people are no longer finding it funny because so many people have vacated their villages because they are always afraid that these people might just storm anytime and, make away with their belongings or even kidnap them to go and keep them in the one place. Now, if the military will come boldly in a paper and be telling us that military might can't fight it alone, should we be seeing this kind of headline on the papers? Now, it's telling us that they really can't do anything about it again. Why don't they go maybe and have meeting with the presidency and see if it's not just military might, what then do they need to tackle terrorism in our country?
I think what the military is trying to say here is that the people festering terrorism has blossomed into a profitable business, that there are people in government that are financing this terrorism.
Then if they know the people that are financing it, why don't you call them out? Now, that's the problem we have in this country.
Exactly. So it is the will, the political will to do the right thing. More like, even if you employ the best military in fighting insurgency in Nigeria, you still hit a stumbling block because there are moles within the military that are giving these people the sophistication of weapons, vital information, location of where the next operation is going to happen.
We always have moles.
Even within the community where these people live, they have this symbiotic relationship with the people that they live with. Some people even feel that they protect some form of, they give some form of protection.
Protection, yes.
You understand? So what they're trying to say, but I still believe that military might can flush out all of this.
Because this is not
an excuse now.
We still have moles, not just in Nigeria.
The question you ask me now,
military all over the world, we still have the bad eggs, people, the informants that will go out there to tell the people what is happening. But then we still have sincere ones, and you need to fish them out and know how you work.
The most important thing is that the insurgent, for it to even blossom, why is it blossoming?
That's the first question we need to ask.
So why are they having a heyday doing what they are doing? Then we are having an organized country with organized military that needs to move without even telling you that we are moving. They don't need to sneak, hide under the radar. But now the insurgents will run, we punch and hide. We punch and hide, and yet military coming to tell us that military might cannot. Then if you know what is happening, fish those people out. Make a scapegoat. Yeah.
They're not really telling us the truth, because if you actually know that military might can't do the job, why then are you waiting for us or telling us they must? We are not armed. So how do we? Are you expecting us just citizens to just join you in the fight? If you know what to do, you just do it. That's my own.
Well, no, most Nigerians wouldn't take this with a pinch of salt. You understand? This doesn't cut the mustard seed. With the kind of money invested in securing this country, the entire, will I say, borders of this country, the military shouldn't come up and be telling us that military. What else do you need? Do you need Holy Ghost crusade in order for you to fight insurgency? To me, this is laughable as it is, and makes us look like a joke of a country. Okay.
Quickly, let's also see the Punch newspaper this morning. We have the same palaver there. Palaver. This one they called it palaver palliative. I mean palliative palaver. Okay.
Governor Taku Akpabio denied receiving federal government 1 trillion naira lifeline.
Okay, not 30 billion again.
Probably when you break it down, it will not be 1 trillion lifeline. NGF says 1 trillion windfall untrue. Lagos, Osun, Benue, Katsina, Zamfara deny receiving 30 billion. Funny enough, we are even getting states that are APC states coming out to deny this money. If it were only PDP states or maybe Labour Party states, we would have been saying, okay, this is a one-side. Maybe this thing was given to only APC states. But when you have APC state governors, you understand, amongst governors coming out to say, we didn't receive 30 billion. Please, can you guys tell us when these monies were issued and stuff like that? Food truck looted in Niger. Police won against Ekiti Rally. Lagos, Ogun. Roll out relief. Well, it's not surprising. Military, police, NEMA conduct search rescue drills in River State. That's good. Federal government plans cooking gas export ban to crash price. We don't even have enough and we're exporting. Yes. Wow, this is funny. Ibadan Disco disconnect UCH over 500 million deaths. Okay. Manufacturing orders suffers as GDP slows to 3-year low. Edo Igodalo emerges PDP candidate. Shuaibu wins parallel primary. Tinubu appoints new AMCON CEO. Agencies get 13 directors. Wow, this is really, really interesting. Sometimes you begin to wonder if this country is really a comic, will I say, theater. When federal government, plans to stop the exportation of cooking gas just to crash the price. Is it not you have...
This is the first time I'm even hearing that federal government is actually exporting cooking gas. I'm just hearing it for the first time. We don't have enough, and the price has been skyrocketing for a very long time. And then you come here to tell us that you will stop export. There are so many things happening in this country that we are not even aware of. You'll be surprised that tomorrow you will hear that we have been exporting a whole lot, even food items that we don't even have. Okay, now see what happened in Niger State. It's not just only Niger State. Food trucks that looted in Niger State. Looted because people are hungry.
People are hungry.
People are hungry, so they will just be sniffing around.
That is an individual's business. That is not a political, a politician's business. That's an individual's business. So that person is running loss because of the crisis we're having.
No, I think people should be careful because these days people are hungry. So you have to guard whether your warehouse or your trucks, anything, any of your business, because people that are hungry can go and loot. In fact, just because they are hungry, they just need to have food on their table. So we just need to be careful this time around. And then where are they taking this food trucks to? Now, if you ask me, like the other day, we talked about people taking it to the neighboring countries, Niger. We don't even have enough food in our country, and you are taking it out. But you won't blame them because they are businessmen. They want to make more money. So probably they are taking it to that country where they are going to be paid more for those food items. Here, we don't have money to even pay for the food. So these people that have looted this one is just for them to go and have a few days, have another Christmas in February, right? Enjoy themselves while another person suffers. This is their business. So you see that we really need to do something when it comes to this food crisis issue, because if not, people will start breaking homes. Breaking homes.
Breaking into market stores to steal perishables, you understand, just to keep one alive. Ibadan Disco disconnects UCH over 500 million.
Okay, this is the third time we're hearing about people owing. Organization, big organization for that matter, owing. We've heard about the Aso Rock owing, CBN
owing,
Defense Headquarters owing. Now we are talking about UCH.
Can you imagine this? 500 million. Sometimes, now, Chidima, the question I asked, can you owe EEDC 5,000 naira?
You don't even need to ask me this question because they'll just come and disconnect you. But now, this one to the tune of 500 million.
Then the CBN, the Aso Rock, and the rest of it, they are owing is 47 billion. And you begin to wonder, where do they get this light? Is this the same less than 6,000 megawatts that we generate in this country? It means that the
poor masses have been paying for the light these people have been using all this while. Because it's the money that you and I, the money that we pay that they used to go about, get the light and then distribute it. And then these people are owing 500 and they make gains. I mean, in fact, I don't even know. I don't want to talk about this any longer. But they should be leading by example.
I'm telling you.
Especially the Aso Rock Villa, especially the CBN, Defense Headquarters. They should be leading by example because we don't need to be hearing about this. Now, if a common man in the society that doesn't even want to pay for anything, you see this one, you will say, okay, or if CBN can hold the power, let me now go and forget about paying my
Why should I be paying? It's a simple thing. If CBN can owe, CBN that will print 30 trillion and then they will still be owing NEPA bill. Well, that's Nigeria for you. Let's go to the next paper we have for review, and that's the Vanguard newspaper. And the banner headline there is saying how Nigeria can overcome insecurity. Retired generals, DIG, security experts. There is need for teamwork among government, security agencies, citizens. Blame corruption for worsening insecurity. Call for state police, investment in intelligence gathering, train, equip, pay police officers, other security agents well. Track down political leaders backing criminals. Well, a lot is being said here, but let's see if actually they can do all of this, because if you can do all of these things highlighted here, I'm sure Nigeria will be one of the safest places to live in. And then insecurity, Catholic bishops, Oki State Police, and we've seen that of Edo Guba. Abure released after 12 hours in police custody. Hardship, we were working to tackle economic challenges. CBN begs Nigerians. Cameroon can't stop us from Paris Olympics. That's coming from Falcons. CDS warns against calls for coup over economic hardship. FG bans cooking gas exports to crash price. Promoter Leno Adesanya writes Tinubu over Mambila Power project. Coming to think about what the retired generals, DIGs, security experts are saying about how Nigeria can truly overcome insecurity. Sincerely speaking, a lot is stated here. You know, they're talking about teamwork, better pay for police officers and the rest of it all.
All the security agents.
Yes. Yeah. I think I will equally add for, apart from better pay for those that are living, better compensation for those that have actually died for their respective families too.
Yes.
Because if you don't treat a widow well, that she lost the husband in the line of battle, fighting for peace in this country,
I mean,
then the children can't grow up and aspire to be a soldier or a police officer.
Not just the children. What about those people that are still in active service? They'll be like, okay, if anything happens to me, so nobody will take care of my family. I think this will go a long way to boost their morale
I think they should
in the line of their duty.
Include that compensation. It should be, in fact, factored in there because, sincerely speaking, as a police officer, as an army officer, you have no other business. That's just your call to duty is to secure life and property. So when you die in the course of doing that job, only job that you have, there should be adequate compensation for those that you leave behind. To me, apart from we all know that corruption is the reason why most people have taken into arms to fight insurgency and the rest of it all. But then there should equally be adequate compensation for the families. And then
also particular about the last one, tracking down political leaders that are backing criminals. That is very important.
Tracking down to me is not just a case of tracking down. It's making a live show. So as to serve as a deterrent to others that are probably thinking.
And then prosecute them, track them, prosecute them.
Prosecute them, you understand? Let it be a public show.
Yes, everybody will see them.
Everybody will see them, so that we get to know.
It could serve as a deterrent to others.
To others.
Because I don't know why someone that is a leader, someone that is a political leader be backing criminals.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand. Really shocking in this part of the world.
All right, because of want of time, let's quickly see the Independent, Daily Independent, and This Day newspaper. Let's see what we have in front of them together. Let's start with the Daily Independent. Those calling for coup d'etat are Nigerians' enemies, CDS. And then federal government considers ban on cooking gas export to crash prices. Obi denounces police dehumanizing arrest of Labour Party chairman Abure. Gunshots as hoodlums hijack trucks, steal food items in Niger. Okay, under that Obi story says action, a decoy to stifle opposition, okay, hardship, Sanwo-Olu, okay, civil servants to work thrice weekly. Edo 2024 Gibapo, Igodalo emerges PDP candidate. 3-story building collapses on Lagos Island. Food insecurity. Federal government didn't give states 30 billion naira each. Makinde replies at Babu. Ogun begins sale of 100 trucks load of rice at cheaper rates. Okay? And then multiple entries. Federal government denying domestic airlines growth opportunity. United Nigeria. Senate passes Southeast Development Commission bill. Senate rejects extension of 60 years NAS staff retirement age. Quickly, This Day newspaper. Tinubu no going back on economic reforms until vision for nation is achieved. Nigeria's economic reset scores see new opportunities amid pain. Economic hardship, Sanwo-Olu intervenes, reduces working days for civil servants. Monthly allocation, FAC shares 1.149 trillion naira to federal government, state and local government areas. Naira surges to 1,700 naira per dollar at parallel markets on clampdown on crypto platforms. Okay, these are what we have on the front pages of Daily Independent and This Day. So let's see what we have on Nation and Guardian quickly.
The Nation, the partner headline saying, President knock palm sex for slowing down governance. And the writer says, Tinubu demands monthly key performance indicators. No to unacceptable delays. And then we have Lagos Ogun Custom unveil food, other palliatives. Akeredolu takes final bow in Owo today. And we've seen most of what is written here. And quickly, let's just run through the Guardian. Tales, 15 years of insurgency and tales of woe for survivors, joy for repentant terrorists. Furu over Tinubu's 30 billion to governors. Senate reps pass Southeast Development Commission bill. Fresh worries for Naira as FAC shares 1.149 trillion to federal government, state, and local government areas.
All right. Well, these are most of the headlines we have on our papers this morning. And if you want to know more about them, all you need to do is just to go and grab yourself a copy of one of or two dailies this morning, and then you read up and know what is happening. Because of want of time, we need to go. I want to say a very big thank you for joining us on Press Review this morning. Thank you so much. We are taking a short break now. When we come back, we're going to see you at the other side because we have other things that we have for you this morning. So stay with us. My name is Chidimma Oranwa.
And I'm Ajuruchukwu Okabwe.